What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Quote of the day. Always be a first-rate version of yourself, not a second-rate version of someone else. Judy Garland. Song of the day. Green Eyes by Chi Lingo. So this was something that I struggled with often in my younger years. I struggled with when I was a young adult, even up until I wouldn't say recently, but it's something that I always have to remind myself and encourage myself because oftentimes we like to compare ourselves to someone else. We often like to blueprint or map our life on how someone else's should be. Like it's easy to say, always be a first rate version of yourself, not a second rate version or a carbon copy of someone else, right? But we know that in the front of our mind, but subconsciously we don't tend to execute on that. We don't tend to stand on that. We don't tend to live, believe, and operate in that because we look at other people's achievements and we think we should have that too. We look at other people's journey and we say that should have been our journey too. We look at other people's results and we say, why can't we get those results as well? And at the end of the day, you'll never get the exact same results as anyone else because you're not the same as anyone else. You have to be yourself. And not only be yourself, but be yourself in every sense of the word. In the journey, in the dreams, in the goals, in the expectations, in the work, in the output, in the process, in the faith, in the belief, in the prayer, in the meditation. You have to be yourself. Yes, it's okay to want what someone else has. And yes, it's okay to say, I'm going to work to get what someone else has or similar goals. But you also have to understand you're not going to be able to get it the way they got it. Your journey is not going to be a mirror reflect of their journey. And that's okay. And we have to constantly remind ourselves this because when we add up 1 plus 1 and it doesn't equal 2, we immediately get discouraged. I'm doing something wrong. I'm not operating in the field I'm supposed to. I'm putting up the wrong energy. I'm surrounded by the wrong people. So let's digest that for a minute because I want to stay there. 1 plus 1 equals 2, right? Every day of the week. Unless you're in an alternate universe, unless you're in a different domain, 1 plus 1 could equal -4. Now, let me make that make sense. I go to the gym and I go to the gym just about every day. There's a few days that I miss for certain reasons. Sometimes it's because I went too hard the day before. But I go to the gym every day. It is unrealistic for me to expect someone who's just starting their fitness journey to have the same endurance as me. Vice versa, I don't go to the gym to train as a power lifter. So it is unrealistic for me to think I've been going to the gym 3 days consistently, so I should be able to lift what another person lifts. But you're not training as a power lifter. So when I talk about 1 plus 1 not equaling 2, you have to understand where you're at in your journey. So you are just starting off. So if you're just starting off, your results might not be as powerful as someone else who's been doing this for a few years, who had mentors for a few years, who had resources and tools and teachers and principals and people who were around that could build and develop them. So don't be discouraged. Getting back to the point is you have to be yourself. You have to decide what I want, what I like, what I don't like, what I want to be surrounded by, what I want to keep myself away from. What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What are the things that I don't want to end up being? What are the things that I absolutely have to have before I leave this earth? Okay? Once you're honest with yourself, then you can be a first rate version of yourself. I can't stress it enough that asking yourself the right questions, the important questions, and being honest with those answers is going to be your true ticket to happiness. Not lying, not saying that you are something that you're not. If you're not happy, you need to admit that you're not happy. And then you need to ask yourself exactly what it's going to take to be happy. And I guarantee the answer is never going to be, let me be exactly like such and such. Because such and such isn't doing the same and saying that they're trying to be like somebody else. You have to go after what you want. Be an original copy, be a one of one version of yourself. And I'll end this video on this because I can go so many areas with this, right? Not only should you be yourself, but the world, the universe, me, everybody out there, we need you to be yourself. You have something in your soul. You have something in your vessel. You have something that this world absolutely, positively needs. I want to thank everybody out there for watching this video. All right, guys, take care of yourselves. Be kind to one another. Keep me in your prayers. I'll forever keep you in mind. Endure, believe, rise.